started today, guys. Welcome back to another episode on Deeper Than Sports, man. And today, we're going to jump right into it. We do got a special guest on today. TK will be joining us, men's basketball coach at MSU. So stay tuned for that. But before he pipes in, we want to dive right into the news that's been on the headlines, man. Deshaun Watson. And my boy CB, this just gets him going.
He's dying
man.
to talk about this.
We want to turn it over to him and let him go in.
Dying.
Yeah, dive. We would have dived right on in. So man, what's going on, man, over there, man? What's Cleveland feeling like right now? My thing is though, no knock, bro, but as professional athletes, we have a due diligence, and my thing is with that whole situation, we could call it what we want to call it. Obvious is something there. Bottom line, something happened, and Cleveland Browns looking like the clown show right now. You offer $230 million, guaranteed fully, and he might not be eligible. He might not be eligible this year.
But that ain't nothing they didn't know. Like they structured this deal in a way that he only getting paid $1 million this year. Yeah. So like if he missed this year, you get what I'm saying? Like it's not a big. And I'm just gotta be the devil's advocate in this deal. You know what I mean? So like out of that 236, he ain't missing nothing. You get what I'm saying? So
that's true.
I hear you.
Okay, but that's true too though. But at the end of the day, right? So you put on money on this individual, right? We got an issue with Mayfield. Mayfield don't want to be there, right? So not only you lose, let's just say Deshaun out 8 games, for example, and that could possibly happen, right? Yeah. He can miss 8 games until a year. Okay, you remove him. Baker Mayfield, he don't play, all right? And now all of a sudden, you jeopardize your season. And we know in NFL, bro, you have to win, bro. Like you can't go from being, how many games they won? 7 or 8 games last year, bro?
I think so.
To winning 4. So now what happens is head coaching jobs is on the line.
Yeah, but you're saying the NFL, plan is not in place, bro. Like,
not for long, bro. That's happened. Head coach could get fired. GM could get fired. Assistant coaches get fired. Players could get traded, get released, or whatever it is. So it's bigger than that situation, bro. And it's on the forefront. So that's my thing in that, bro.
So what you saying, Baker Mayfield give him a better chance to win?
No, I'm not saying that.
So if what you bring him up for, bro? That's what I'm.
If I'm Baker Mayfield's couple things, bro. Like I can't speak for him being in his shoes, but I think in our life,
guy, man. Go ahead.
That is my guy. But I think we all had a place in our life, whatever it was, where we was in some type of role where he was in. It don't have to be football related. Yeah. But we looked over. Look, somebody else could have do the job better or us, or whatever it is. And we had to prove ourselves in some type of capacity, right? So if I'm Baker, bro, I'm trying to shoot a move. Like, I'm good.
Yeah, you're trying.
Like, I don't want to be here. But then again, okay, let's say they keep him. Now I had to put my pride to the side, and I'm gonna have a season like ever before. Yeah. And then guess what? I'm finna hit the bank.
But so far, Baker, he has asked to be excused from every practice. So he ain't trying to be there, meaning he's not an option to turn to in terms of who you can rely on as in the event that Deshaun Watson is not there. So my thing is Baker still is in shambles. He's still in limbo.
The feeling is mutual though for Baker.
Exactly.
Like I think it's this, man. I think the Browns want to offer. I mean, the Browns are waiting on somebody to offer them acceptable trade for Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. And
until that happens, he just, like y'all saying, in limbo. But it's hurting him ultimately. You know what I'm saying? Like he missing these little OTAs and mini camps.
Oh yeah.
On a new team. You know what I'm saying? That's my only little point.
But I think it's not even that it's hurting him. He don't even want to be there, like you said. Yeah, he don't want to. He don't want to be there. So I don't even want to step foot.
Make the deal, bro. You know both sides, like.
And so it's turning into a sideshow, definitely. And it's unfortunate. To CB point, you do risk throwing the season away if 8 games by the starting QB y'all just signed is unable to play. And so, man, that's just a tough place to be in, man. But I was cracking up when I saw Baker get excused from practice, and it was a mutual thing. Right. I'm looking like, man, that gotta be
because bro, now you can't just hold out. Like you get you got to pay that money. The team can't excuse that money no more. Players will hold out for until the season start. And the team just will forgive all them fines. No bet no more. The CBA is different now.
Yeah, and then the whole.
But for Cleveland though, let me jump in real quick, man. For Cleveland, man, they didn't put. I believe they've been putting a plan in place, bro. Jacoby Brissett is their backup quarterback, a serviceable guy. I ain't saying he gonna go 8-0.
Yeah.
He can start them 8 games, you know what I'm saying? And
keep them competitive.
Hope he stay healthy.
So, and that too.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying? But also with the Deshaun Watson, it's so touchy, man. But I would say this about Cleveland. It's no new news that's come out. All the stuff that he done been involved in, they done got word of it, they done did their investigations, they had their people on it, which allowed them to then offer that $236 million. Again, ain't nothing new to them coming out, CB.
Yeah.
So the little tabloids and how many ever.
But that's not new to them. But it's new to everybody else. It's new to all the NFL teams. It's new to the NFL organization, NFLPA.
You want to be mindful though, bro. Like, the league is driven off clickbait.
Correct.
The media is driven off clickbait. Okay. So, like, what he trying to say is, like, this is really old news
to them.
But y'all trying to make it a story because y'all want to keep the Cleveland Browns looking like a circus. Mm-hmm. So y'all bringing it up, putting it out right when OTAs start. Mm-hmm. So the headline was a Deshaun Watson new case, according to them, and then Baker Mayfield want to be excused from practice. So that's just 2 butt things in a row happening for the Browns, just making a organization. But that's how the media tries to portray losing organizations. Detroit Lions get done like that. The Jets get done like that. The Browns get done like that. You can count on them to be at the bottom of the barrel every year. But this is why, though. You know what I'm saying? These type of things. So it's at the macro level, it's a lot of things that go on as to why they even, like CB, it's like, why y'all pulling that out now? You get what I'm saying? Like, y'all been had that. You waited for OTAs to start to release that. You know what I'm saying? And so that's just what come with the vicious nature and that's vicious side of the media. You know what I'm saying? So
now, what I will say about the Browns is that knowing that all of this was coming, knowing that all the backlash that they could receive, and they still went out on the limb and signed Deshaun Watson. Like,
it was desperate.
There you go.
Super.
Yeah, that's what times call for desperate.
Losing
measures.
programs and organizations tend to do things like that, man, because you yearning to win. You yearning to turn it around. And so you looking like, man, if we can have a savior in this, man, and once he get through these issues, it's worth the risk.
What's 8 games if we're going to have him for 4 or 5 years?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But my thing, too, with Deshaun Watson as a human being, like,
no, he sucks, bro.
It's a fetish, though, bro. Like, you have to get therapy, bro. Like, for this, it's like the Tiger Woods situation. Remember when Tiger Woods got busted? He had to, do a public apology, and he went to go get some help and therapy. So you have to me, I have to get my mental right, bro. Like, I really have a fetish. You know what I mean? So how football is on the side now, let me get tightened up in this area, bro. To me, that's what I'm saying, though. So you got to be able to.
It's so touch and go, man. Because
66 women, 17 days. 17 months.
That's a lot. That's doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you into, you was tripping. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, everybody got their vices, no matter what it is. Some people watch porn. Some people smoke weed. Some people drink. Some people, whatever they do. Okay, my thing is, and I'm just erring on the side of not making no assumptions or no accusations.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, unless he come out like Tiger Woods did and say, I need to say I got this thing.
That's what I'm
I can't put that on them. Like, when you have money, I'm talking about their kind of money. When you're successful, people will do anything for a money grab. You know what I'm saying? And if you get enough people to create a narrative, you know what I'm saying? Like, CB, you could have did one thing, but the other 97 you ain't do for real. But because you did one, you know what I'm saying, now it's enough people that can jump on that boat and make that something. So I don't know, man. I want to let this whole thing play out before I chime in. I will address it head on if he ever say out of his mouth, man, I have a sex addiction, I have a fetish, or whatever you guys want to say. Then at that time, that'll be my topic of discussion. But for right now, with just people, it's like piling on when you already being down. Like, people just I'm throwing my name in the hat. He raped me too. He showed his private part to me too. And
that's what I'm kind of like, because bro, criminally it's still criminally. He ain't did nothing wrong. Like he hasn't been charged with no criminal nothing. So you know what I mean. So like all the other stuff is just hearsay. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
he say, she say. So it's tough. And like I said, I don't want to minimize nobody part in it. Not the female side, not Deshaun's side. It's just a tricky situation. And it's an unfortunate situation because regardless, in a court of public opinion, his name is getting ran through the mud and he is looking butt. You know what I'm saying? And so I know that got to be tough. And then it's derailing what you here to do.
What you want to do.
You know
exactly.
So it's a distraction from you being the best quarterback.
You already missed a year, bro. And now you potentially can miss up to another year or at least around 6 to 8 games. You get what I'm saying? So
what you think the NFL gonna do? Roger Goodell got to do something sooner or later. So what y'all
I think he in that same boat that we just spoke of. He can't do nothing because CB. It's like, bro, let's just take it there with CB. It's just like us accusing you of something, bro. But you really ain't did it. But we trying to say you did. Like until some proof.
Without you, like even hearing your side of the story.
Like we ain't even hear from you, bro. We just
putting it on you.
Somebody at Wyoming said you did something. We with you every day. Like, man, CB don't even be on that. But man, you can't. Man, they might be right. If I come down on you, bro, if I reprimand you, if I demote you, like you gonna be like, bro, that happened to me. They ain't even holler at me, like, or they ain't even get my side of the story. We ain't heard nothing. No apology from Deshaun. No admitting to I got a fetish. I do this. Nothing. So it's just
my thing is 24 though, bro. It's 24 women that came out. So that's what I'm saying. It ain't like 5, but it's like
5 or
24,
bro. Ain't not one held up in a situation.
And I don't think he's gonna, like right now, I don't think he's gonna admit that. Like I read some of the articles, I read some of the things that the women said he said, and then I saw some text messages that he said. So that's my thing. It's 24 of them, bro. They went to court and they went 0 for 23.
That's what I'm
criminally like. So it's just, bro. You gotta remember, we grew up in the 90s, but this is a social media world, bro. Like it's clout chasers. Like the other guests we had talked about fanboys. It's trolls. It's haters. It's money grab. It's people doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like. So 24, why you got 24 people operating on you? That's another conversation. Yeah. But
no, I agree with all that.
24 people, you know what I'm saying, like over the course of how like it's just a lot, man, with that.
Now we can speak to that. Now I will address that, bro. Like being at that level, being in a certain situation, bro, you can't allow so many people, bro, into your bubble. So many people into what you got going on. Because it's liable to get messy. You get what I'm saying? The more people you allow in, you don't know what their intentions are, what they, you know what I mean, how pure their heart is. So you just got to be careful when you allowing people into.
And a lot of them want therapists. They was like flight attendants. They were just like.
However, you know what I mean?
Like so that should let you know that that's a money grab.
Exactly.
Like y'all ain't no masseuse for real.
But you reach it out. Send him though. Get the real therapist though. You know what I mean?
Deshaun butt for that. You know what I'm saying? That's where he butt at. And this is where player development come in. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even massage. What I was like, I don't even.
But
do
that's
that.
just us saying you
thirsty.
You grab a little chick. What thirsty or not? You grab a little chick. Hey man, can you rub my back? You know what I'm saying? And you just, every chick you done been with, you done asked for a back rub. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, like you said, when y'all get to that level, when you get to that high profile, you can't move like that.
No, you can't.
You can't move like that, man. And so that's the issue that need to be addressed with Deshaun. Now if I'm Roger Goodell, that is what I'm addressing with him. Like, hey man, you got to button up, man. You got to tighten up. Yeah. You out here operating like you Pookie and Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You the face of the potential face of the NFL, superstar quarterback, one of the most prestigious positions. You can't
highest guaranteed like contract in history, in NFL history. Like, come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I wish the best for him. We're gonna keep talking about this case because it's an ongoing thing, but there's so many other lessons to pull from that, which is why we want to encourage young men to be responsible, be very, very mindful of what you doing, how you moving, because guys, if you get caught up in that kind of stuff, man, this become a web of things that it's hard to get out of. And like we talked about earlier, it runs your name down.
Yep.
Your character is taking a hit. Your brand value is coming down. So many other things is happening because of this one thing you chose to indulge in. Okay, and so young people out there, young athletes, please take notes from the Deshaun situation. Regardless if the ladies is 0 for 23 in court, it still ain't a good look in a court of public opinion.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I guess with that, man, I was going to say, what y'all think about the finals right now?
Man, they popping right now, man. I see Boston they doing it. Them young guns, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown,
they have arrived.
Yes.
Them young boys have arrived, man.
I kind of can't wait till we get TK on, man, and ask him, like, what do you think about Draymond?
That's what I can't wait for.
And all that stuff that is going on
See
with
what
him.
Isaiah said about him?
No, I didn't. What he say?
What happened?
Isaiah Thomas, like, he said it says 2 points, but he had 3 boards and 4 assists. Those are elementary stats. I was cracking up. And then, Stephen A. Oh, man. Killed him, man.
I don't know what's up with what he doing.
He can't have that, though, bro. Like you have to be able to respond. Like you talking crazy. You got to be able to respond, bro.
I think he definitely had a bad game. I'm certain he'll bounce back. That part I'm confident of, but I saw his wife on IG was talking about.
Speaking of the fans, bro.
The fans.
Back to that. One more time.
F you, Draymond.
The whole name.
Like they
and
went.
His kids was there.
They went. They was going ham on the kids in front of the kids, and her whole thing was that they need to address that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Draymond, you can't even afford to get him that ammunition.
Come on,
as horrible as you was playing. You know what I'm saying? All I saw him doing was fouling. I'm talking about stupid fouls too. Like, bro.
And they've been giving him a pass, bro, because he really could have got kicked out of a couple of these games, but the refs kind of been ignoring all his little antics and his little extra play to let him play because it is the finals.
I'm happy he ain't getting kicked out the game. He good for the game. But yeah, you can't have that kind of performance that he had. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just hoping. To me, man, it's the first time I see Golden State not look like the superior team.
And that's real. They not the favorite, bro. This the first time really in their finals run where they haven't been the overwhelming favorite.
Yeah,
I know. I rock with LeBron on and off the court. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a guy that's inspired by how he rock. But I just remember always feeling like Golden State had a better team no matter where he was at. So it was just an uphill battle for him to beat them. And this is the first time I'm looking like, man, Boston match up nice.
Don't they?
You can switch and they still got somebody good on you when they make their adjustments.
They going at Steph. They know what they doing. They got a good coach. They play physical.
They play hard. It's like they younger. I see the hunger, bro. I seen that when he played against Brooklyn. I was watching that game. I'm like, man, these young guys playing hard and hungry. You know what I mean? Giving KD the flux.
And they got them 2 wing players, bro. They got Tatum and Jaylen Brown, and they go
smart.
Back and forth.
Smart.
To me, Smart is another great Draymond Green. I feel like every team
need that player.
You need that player. That's a blueprint that I think the league gonna catch on. It's a copycat league. Draymond is the heartbeat of the Warriors, but Smart is the heartbeat of the Celtics. And every team, like you see, they bring attitude.
It's acceptable if you like a defensive player of the year candidate, bro. But you can't just be a Draymond and Marcus Smart. You're not bringing it.
Yeah, you got to play at their level. Yeah, they are NBA level players. You know what I'm saying? So that part I get. But yeah, man, like people need to embrace. I need to go out and find that or see if somebody got that, because that's a real role in this new NBA that I think I'm seeing Draymond. Whether we like it or not, he a Hall of Famer.
And that's how it's been. Dennis Rodman. You can find your niche in that. Like, think about it. How many players
Draymond,
like a Dennis
first
Rodman?
ballot Hall of Famer.
Make a career.
Exactly.
Whether we like the antics or not.
How many players are willing to step into that Draymond role or that Dennis Rodman role, though?
That's what I'm
for
saying.
For the betterment of their team, their career, bro. A lot of players don't want to do that.
That's the easy way in the league, bro.
I think
you think about it,
Draymond carded his ticket not only to the Hall of Fame, but longevity in the NBA.
Everything, bro. He got a job afterwards and everything.
Oh, yeah.
He set up for life, man. He one time did an interview with Maverick Carter, and that's one of LeBron boys, and he was telling LeBron Maverick that he want to be a billionaire. But I think he made the right moves to get there. I don't know where he at on that journey, but I think some of the stuff he's doing gonna get him there on and off the court. You know what I'm saying? Because he got a great career, bro.
Yeah, he's very confrontational. He wears heart on his sleeve. He gonna speak his mind.
Arguably the highest IQ in the game. If you watch him play, it's beauty. If you watch him play when he ain't doing all the antics. You know what I'm saying? I think he one of the best point guards in the league, even though he ain't no point guard. When he bring it up, shit get to moving. He get to finding people, throwing dimes.
He the heartbeat of that team, bro. That says a lot. Man.
So,
and they got 3 championships, and he's been the heartbeat of that team.
Yep.
Yeah, he do set the attitude though for that team though.
You know what I'm saying? Another thing that was in the news was the fact that Brittany Griner is not yet
been released
from the custody over that with that Russia-Ukraine war going on, and it's just a sad commentary, man, that a superstar female athlete is being detained in this manner
for all these days.
For all of these days, man. Her wife came on TV and was just talking about how helpless she feel. You know what I'm saying? For how long Brittany been locked up.
Man, I just hope she make it out of it, man, because it ain't that serious, bro. For whatever they trying to put on her, a cartridge or whatever the hell they saying she had, bro. Like, come on. Figure it out, bro. And like you saying, Chris, she is a superstar female athlete, bro.
Exactly.
What are we doing? Why are we not negotiating her release, bro?
And so I was loving the players coming together and showing that show of support and love.
Yeah, that was a beautiful
for her and representing her before the game. But it's sad. It's taking all of that. Like, I don't know who need to be talked to. I don't know if it's our government. Right. I don't know if it's I don't know what. But get her home, man.
Yeah, get on. That should be up there. Come on, man. Put that at high priority, man. Get her home.
So that's just been crazy. But do you guys think that a high-profile male athlete would have been detained and held this?
Not this long. I don't believe so. I don't believe so, bro. Just because they moved the needle, and it's sad to say, but if that superstar male athlete, and especially they in season, like
she missing games.
Like, so if that player was in season for sure, that'd have been every news outlet, every time they have a practice, every time they have a game, it'd be mentioned. Why? Because they, you know what I mean, the mics are going in front of those male athletes every time. You know, I wish they was the same for the female athlete. I wish it was covered the same.
Yeah.
Maybe Brittany got the support would be a little bit louder, and maybe she would be home by now. But
do you think the current male athlete superstars with a platform, are they doing enough to advocate on her behalf and on her release?
I mean, we always gonna say people can do more. You get what I'm saying? I did like to show support with the T-shirts, and with now even seeing people come out and say something.
Do you think it's a reason why players don't speak up? Like, you think it's like, is it backlash? Is it a blowback from that, or people just be in their own lane, their own world, and not wanting to get in nobody else's mix? What you think?
I think it's backlash. I think it's fear. Fear of them might lose my job, or, you know what I mean, especially if I'm not a superstar player. If I'm a replaceable player, that's fear, because it brings backlash. It brings that negativity, the political state. So a lot of people, they feel, you know, it's a lot of people feel like she need to be released. They just not saying anything because, man, this is my job.
I'll take it a step further. Even if you were a middle of the road type of player and not a superstar, you might not be able to afford that. Because a lot of your money is endorsements. You get what I'm saying? If you say the wrong thing that don't line up with your endorsee, you might lose that contract. You might go. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's a lot of that happening. I think not everybody is comfortable using their voice or their platform either. You get what, so it's a lot of things that can be at play.
I was going to say this, man. I'd be remiss if I didn't show some love to the fact that the officer that killed that unarmed black man was charged with second-degree murder
here in our own city, Grand Rapids.
You know what I'm saying? I think it was good for once to see justice in the court system.
At least charges being brought.
Yeah,
exactly.
Charges, man.
At least some charges come. You know what I'm saying? We get killed a lot and don't even be no charges. And so I would be remiss if I didn't say that was a monumental step. It's a huge message. It's going to send the law enforcement all across the world, all across the country. But definitely right here in our hometown of Grand Rapids, Michigan, because it's been running rampant. And sometimes, man, when we do this, it's easy to be detached from that. But nevertheless, man, we walk around with that burden and we carry that mantle each and every day, not only as young black men, but when that happens, it ain't just that person that's being gunned down. You feel like, man, when I step out, that could be me. You know what I'm saying?
Some way, shape, or form.
Some way, shape, or form. So we just want to make sure that we didn't overlook that, forget to mention that, forget to touch on that, because again, it is important, and those are the courageous conversations that do need to be had in our country right now, with not only with the massive gun shootings across the world, across the country, but just right here in our own hometown, man, of how many just shootings and killings of unarmed black
that's
men.
crazy, bro. We was on the national news for mass shootings, bro.
We been on everything, bro.
For everything, exactly.
All that stuff been happening right here.
It's crazy with all these mass shootings, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And so gun control is a real issue that that we need to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, that's addressed, that's not swept under the rug for political affiliation and things of that nature. So it's a lot going on in the world right now, man, but I'm just going to encourage everybody to stay prayed up, stay out the way.
Don't go to no big venues, man. Like, we went to the Art Festival, and I got my whereabouts on, my eyes on. I was like, babe, I ain't going no more to no big function no more. It's hot out here,
anxiety,
bro. You know, we think about it. We from the inner city. We know when it's a trickling effect. It happens here, it happened there, happen here, happen here. You got to be smooth, man. So I'm just staying low, bro. Real talk. It's crazy right now.
Are we ready for our guest?
Yeah, we ready.
All right, go ahead and pull him in. We're going to transition to
Show TK some
TK.
What's up, man?
There
What's up, man? Congrats, man. Back at the crib.
We see you. We see you.
Back at the crib.
Yeah.
What's up, man? What's up,
What's going on,
What's
man?
up, TK?
What's up, man? Y'all all right?
We were so excited to have you today, big bro. Man, we want to get your input. I'm going to talk all about the Michigan State stuff with you in a second, but bro, we want to hear your thoughts when you saw Darvin Ham, another Michigan native, get that opportunity with the Los Angeles Lakers. Talk to us about how you felt about that, and we'll dive into you in just a second.
No, I mean, shoot. I got to meet his son on a recruiting tip because I think his son. I got to meet his son. I mean, honestly, man, I think that's priceless to me. I mean, that that's letting all of us know anything is possible. I mean, he echoes out of the Lakers. What we talking about?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It come from straight Sag Nasty. Exactly.
Yeah. All day long. All day long. So that's why I'm like, I'm impressed, man. I'm pulling for him, everyone. I'm pulling for him, man, on the real.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
How you been, man? Talk to us. Walk us through your transition. One major salute, man. First and foremost. We're going to love on you today, TK, so buckle up, bro. But walk us through your transition from Western Michigan University back to your alma mater where you was a superstar there. Phenomenal coach. You one of the brightest minds in basketball, in my opinion. So for me to see you, me and my wife was chilling, and then the article came across the phone, TK, and she was like, TK at Michigan State. I was like, nah, I'm about to go to Western and interview him. He at Western. And she was like, nah, babe, this new. I was like, oh.
Right.
You be moving, man. Talk to us about that transition, man.
Well, no, I mean, honestly, it was kind of crazy because, to be real with y'all, I got to give a shout out to my man Dwayne Stevens.
Yeah.
DJ, what we call him, because what happened, to be real, he just got the job. I was the interim at Western for about a month, just holding it down until they figure out what they wanted to do. hoping he would get the job, which it all lined up right. Blessing, it all lined up right. Mm-hmm. But so we getting ready to go to Detroit, and we sitting in the car, and he asked me, he was like, "Hey, TK, you ever thought about going back home to Michigan State?" I'm like, "No, I'm thinking no, man. I'm cool with him," because my thing was, as you guys know, being from GR, like with Lamar, Marquise, let alone my first recruit, Viardis White.
Yep.
I want to stick it through with them, making sure they good, stick it through with them. Like, man, we in this. This is what we gonna do. But DJ was like, "No, man, I appreciate that." He's like, "But I think you need to think about going back home. It'd be great for your career. It'd be a great move for you. I think you should. At least you and Coach Izzo should have a conversation." Mm-hmm. That opened it up. I mean, so shout out to him. Wow. Because without him, I wouldn't be sitting here right now, because I wouldn't have never really went to go at it, because looking at DJ like a big bro to me. So and let alone in the coaching field, I'm trying to follow him. Yeah. Stick with him. But when he said that, open things back up. And of course, it's always a dream to come back home, as you know. So here I am.
That's major, man. That's major for him to even do that. Sometimes as head coaches, it could be selfish. Like, man, I want you for myself. You know what I mean? He's looking for, that relationship is special for him to say that. You know what I mean? So that's huge in itself.
And TK, you are, whether you know it or not, you the premier new upcoming coach of where the NBA is headed, where college basketball is headed. So you covet it, and DJ know that. Mm-hmm. But for him to want to see you blossom and grow, right, and not withhold you, not keep you in bondage, man. Hey, we want to shout out DJ and show him some love too, man, because that's how you grow in life and your career. And we know you got aspirations of being the best coach you can be, best recruiter, eventual head coach. And so this gets you one step closer to that, TK, and we say major salute, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, to be real, I'm getting goosebumps now talking about it, because I was just like, man, like, this dude really just did that, because it's like, you come in new, I know the lay of the land, he ain't have to do that. Yeah. And the thing is, and what he said was, I know if I need something, I can call you.
Exactly.
And I'm like, for sure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And TK, but that's one of the hallmarks of who you are, man. You reliable, you dependable. Everybody that know they can call you. That's why Izzo love you. That's why DJ love you. And everybody you done touched all over the world. If it's one thing we often say as elite athletes, a player's best ability is availability. Mm-hmm. Well, that's the same thing in coaching. That's the same thing in business. That's the same thing in life. And TK, you exude that, bro. So major salute.
Yeah, no doubt. So that's why I was just, so without, like I said, I gotta show love to him on that one, because without him, I wouldn't have been sitting here. And he had my back and gave me his blessing. And I'm like, man, let's do it. And Coach Izzo knew, and much respect to Coach Izzo for that, because, it's funny you say that, because Coach said that to me when I sat in for the interview. Coach was like, TK, I want to first apologize. And I'm like, why? He's like, what you talking about, Coach? He was like, I just want to apologize because when looking at things, you've always been loyal to me in the program and always showed us love. And we take that for granted. Granted. So I'm like, whoa. I was like, okay. I was like, hey, but my thing was, as you guys know, CB, I've known you forever. Your dad, all that. You rep your Bulldogs.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Saying, we Spurs, you know what that is. Y'all know what's up. So it's like you rep it, and it was just like I've rep Michigan State across the world, playing in Europe, all of that. I'm rocking my Michigan State. I'm on that. So it's I rep the program, and I'm trying to rep it to the point where, like you saying, even repping out the city. So what y'all doing, what everybody doing, always try to keep tabs, because who am I? But hey, CB, I don't got to talk to you every day to know that, hey, man, shoot you a message here or there. Or follow. Or see, saying, I like something you do, what your brother doing. Oh, yeah. I mean, because my thing is, we repping our city too. So that's just me at the core. And you can't, come on, man. We ain't perfect. Yeah. Y'all ain't perfect. I know I ain't perfect. we can't how can I say, we can't we gonna make mistakes, but all in all, it's just about the intentions. I feel, you know what I'm saying, the intentions, because it's like, you know, if I don't do something right, or I miss a phone call, I'll do something, that ain't my intentions. Y'all should know that ain't my intentions. Some people can take that as like CB, I know your passion and what you own. Some people may mistake that as arrogance or something, but that ain't your intention. That's your passion, whatever. You know, ain't none of your intentions. You ain't trying to be saying you love life or whatever. It ain't nobody intentions, man. We don't mean no harm.
Exactly.
We want to see everybody do well, but we can't. You know, I can't. You know, we may not do it the way you like. You know, I make a mistake or something. You know, come on, man. We human. We human.
That's how it be.
I rep the city and rep us.
That's how it be.
TK, speaking to Coach Izzo, man, how is it coaching alongside a Hall of Fame guy like yourself?
Hey, it's funny, right? I said somebody the other day. I said, in my years here, I got to see an NIT in the Final Four. You know, and people act like NIT is the end of the world. I joke with my boy Gino Carlo and them about it because they won NIT the year I went to the Final Four. But it's like going to the NIT, playing in the Final Four. So I got to see him, man, to be honest, I got to see him grow as a coach as we grew as players.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to see him growing, and sometimes I'm like, man, this dude is in the Hall. And I remember the grunt times, like, man, this dude got us in here, man. You know, man, we lost to Iowa one time flying back. We had practice 1 a.m. when we got off the plane. We didn't have practice at like, we didn't have practice. It was Iowa again. We play Iowa here at home. We had practice 2 hours hard right before the game. And I'm like, you know, like so to see all of that and to see this dude, you know, see Coach Izzo to get to this point, man. I mean, like I said, all that stuff is priceless. It's crazy to me. And he don't like to talk about it, but I'm like, Coach, like you just saying, showing love. Like, Coach, you gotta embrace that, man.
Oh, sure. Definitely. Since you was speaking on that, telling a little bit of stories, man, can you add on to that? What are some crazy stories Izzo put y'all through, man? You know, back in the day in your 4 years.
Oh, man. All right. CB, I got it go back like I always say this with the vibe, like I'm pretty sure, because we all are hands-on. I know y'all hands-on. I really do know y'all hands-on. Y'all, you know, so, man, when we was trying to turn the corner, we used to have to we had to be there at 5:45. We running at 6 a.m. So we starting at the Breslin. So we running through campus. So we running at, 6 a.m. through campus. And the thing where I said, Coach, we got to start trusting you with, he was doing it with us. So this curl crazy mug is running with us. We running 3.5 miles. And he had it with us. And then we get to the home stretch, as you know, saying by the Kellogg Center running back towards the Breslin. He's barking at us. If I'm within 20 yards of any of y'all running again. But this little mug is running with us. So, to see that, like, we tired, we looking like, this dude crazy, man. So it's like, what he on? So we all have to change, get out of our selfish ways. And so that was just kind of like those type of things right there was just like, man, this dude is like literally running with us. Like, hey, we out here with us to get this thing turned around.
Yeah, let y'all know, man, he's not going to ask more of y'all than he would ask of himself.
There you go.
Right. No, that's a great way to put it, man. Great way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's crazy, and he's still like that. Still out here, we had a meeting yesterday. He's still on it, and we laugh about it because now being on the other side, like that's just his energy. Can't take it the wrong way. Right. You gotta listen to the message. You know what I mean?
That's 100. That's 100.
TK, how have you seen him adjust to coaching today's players? Because you was a dog, TK, and you had a hard work ethic too. And we didn't have social media in me and your day. You know what I'm saying? The way they got it now, at least. And so and you've been with Izzo before he is who he was. You get what I'm saying? So you seen the evolution.
The growth.
What would you say you see with him and how he is with today's players compared to you in your era?
Right. That's a great question because, I mean, like you're saying, the seeing him grow because, like I said, no social media, no hours was different and all of that. But, of course, it's tough because, honestly, I'm pretty sure y'all deal with it. Man, CB, I know, man, knowing you, dude, I'm saying how we are about something, y'all know how we passionate about something. Yeah. Come on, y'all. Mm-hmm. And you want somebody to relate to that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
At all times.
So coach, he had to struggle with that some, and he, you know, like any other coach, because I struggle with it some, to be honest. Like, you know, understanding, like, you know, time is different, generation is different. I mean, they go about things different. Their mindsets are different. Mm-hmm. So I think, coach, when I first came back as a grad assistant with Denzel Valentine, looking at him, I could see him starting to change then, because we started joking about it. Because it's like little things like giving guys off at certain times. I'm like, giving off what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what you giving off? Because I'm like, nah, you ain't give me that. You know what I'm saying? To be real, laughing because he said somebody in the article one time that me and at the time David Thomas, my other teammate, he was the director of ops at the time. We both was like, nah, man, you can't. Nah, they don't work like that, coach. But I'm learning then. Like, I had to catch myself. Like, you know what? Times has changed. These kids nowadays are more opinionated.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So y'all know what they're talking about. They're more opinionated. It's more of, you know, when you say something, I'm pretty sure y'all deal with. You say something to a kid. These kids, sometimes I ain't ask no questions. I'm gonna get it done.
Exactly.
These kids want to know why this. Why that?
Man,
gotta say something back.
Yes.
Yes. So it's like, man, hold up, man. So that's why I see him adjusting to that. Adjusting to that.
That's great, man, because, you know, the great ones have to adjust to this newness. You know what I mean? Like I told you, I loved the great coaches like the Izzos, the Nick Sabans, because they've been there. They've been coaching since the 70s, man. So think about it. Like, every decade, you have to adjust in a sense. You know what I mean? Yeah. Another question, like the strategies, like him being a leader, man, like what are some things that you picked up on some of the strategies he used to motivate his team? You know what I mean? If it's the speeches, or he got guys coming in and he got reading poetry, or what's some type of different things that...
Man, honestly, CB, simple. Being real simple. This is why I think you can't reinvent the wheel. Well, I know we got all the text messages and all of that, because I get caught up in that, sending a message or whatever, but he's still old school with this right here, face to face and networking and talking. He's still on that, and people value that. Like, I just watched him today. We had a recruit up today. You know, I'm sitting there watching him just to see him talk, and to you know, he believes in that kind of network.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we've built starting in our time with my team, because actually Mateen was in here today. So you got Mateen, Cleese, Mo Pete, you know, all the guys that I rocked with. They all, you know, it was that's what he was on. Face, you know, you got a problem, I'm gonna talk to you. You know, let's talk. Let's, you know, come in my office. He always say this is his thing. He always say this. You want to talk? My door's open. You better bring the goods. You know, you better bring the goods, because he's looking for a debate, man. And so it's like, man, like something. Like, and you know, at that time, coach, I can't win. You know what I mean? So, but that's his thing, CB, man, is that part. And I think with all of us, though, we should never, in some form, if some get that bad, we can't lose this, because I think a lot of people would mistake a message, a text. Some people, even recruiting, some parents or some misread a text and think I'm saying something a certain way and I'm not. So let me go and call you, or let me come see you. Yeah. And let's do it that way. And that's Izzo's thing, man. And that's why the program has been the way it is, because everybody come back.
Right.
TK, with that being said, talk to us about some of your evolution and challenges you see. No, we got Izzo's point of view. What has it been for TK? Has recruiting been different? Have you had to come, like you said, even a text message? You can send a text, and we know your heart, TK. But the parent might read it, or the kid, the athlete might read it and think you talking crazy. We like, nah, TK, he ain't never coming from that angle. But how and what adjustments you have had to make with this new era?
Well, now, as you guys know, bumping up. Now I'm at a high major now. So now I gotta really open my recruiting up to a whole nother. That's the biggest adjustment right now, to where, you know, did my thing at Western, got a lot of players in, you know, despite the record win, you know, hustling, doing my job, you know. So now I gotta learn, let alone playing on that side. I get it. Yeah. Now I'm coaching on this side, so I gotta learn this lay of the land.
Yeah.
When I'm talking about now, the cool thing is though with y'all fellas that now it's different, you know, Western, you know, it's what it is now with Michigan State. I can walk into any gym, you know what I'm saying, and sit there. And I gotta understand now, like, you know, that's a different type of pressure too.
Yeah.
So those are things where that part, you know, and that's more of, I always say what best lesson in life is living. So I mean, I gotta live. I can't wait to live that.
Yeah.
And I'm, you know, getting on the road now, really wearing Michigan State and you know, getting this high major thing going.
I love it.
Nice. A question about, since Chris tipped it off with the recruiting, what are some things that, you know, as coaches and assistant coaches, head coaches, you guys recruiting an influx of players, what are some things that you did wrong to not initially get that recruit? You be like, man, I shouldn't have said this, or I shouldn't have did this. And if you know, I would have got him, man, but I did this. Like, what are some things that you learned along the journey?
Man, timing is everything, right? You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, man, coming too late to the party, or you know what I'm saying, or sometimes, you know, you can be too much. Being honest with you, you can be too much. To where, you know, you push a kid away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a fine line. You gotta learn, man. You gotta learn. And which you know, you guys has been like successful life. You gotta, the balance you gotta have with that, the balance in life. You know, getting the proper rest, and everything we do. So like recruiting, you gotta have the right kind of balance, because you know you gotta know who you're recruiting. So you got some parents. Some parents want to talk more than a recruit do, being honest. Like, you know, and sometimes, you know, and be honest, there's some they you know they want the best for their kids, so they extra, you know, they living vicariously through them sometimes. But so you gotta entertain. But I think, man, CB, it's about the balance, to be real. Like, man, you gotta, you know, learn the timeliness, or sometimes it may be a different voice to where, hey, I'm gonna ask coaches like, Coach, I need you to call this recruit real quick, because hearing from you will spark this thing back up again. You know what I'm saying? And as assistant coaches or as coaches in general, sometimes you gotta, you know, and what we doing, we gotta put our pride back.
I'm glad you said
that.
Like,
you don't understand that. Put your pride back. You know, like, you know what? Hey, you know, dang, I lost that one, or it got accepted, or understand that they went. Got to get somebody else in there. And and sometimes, you know, we all competitive. We don't like losing. I don't know y'all. I don't like losing. I know y'all don't like losing. Right. By the way, I never lost a question. But yeah, just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? But,
talk to him, TK. Let these boys know.
but no, it's just, I think it's a timing. The timeliness when it comes to recruit, man. You gotta know, you know, the right thing, who to talk to, the right people, when to get in, get out. And sometimes I've overdone it or didn't do enough, and that bothered me.
That's what's up.
All right, TK. In today's day and age, man, you talking about the recruiting. Is there a difference with the kid that, like, the one and done kid versus the kid that you know is gonna come stay a couple years?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, well, shoot, nowadays, man. I mean, shoot, see, everybody think they're one and done.
Gotcha.
I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, but yeah, it is a difference, because now you're talking about recruiting a program. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I mean, those are hard to come by, especially with this portal, because somebody's unhappy, man. Somebody gonna be unhappy, and then I tell you what, and this is a good plan. Learn coming back here, like at this level. Trust me, man, 9 through 13, 10 through 13, them players like that, they going to be unhappy, man. You know what I'm saying? And they going to try to go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying?
TK, do they jump in the transfer portal a lot at both levels, at the Western level and the Michigan State level?
Oh, man, that's a course, man. See, that's a course. Oh, man, that thing is out of hand right now. And it's like speed dating to me, because, you know, you got to get in, get out, or, you know, and I'm not a fan of it, being honest. That's open, but you got to adjust. Of course, that's another thing you got to adjust to. But it's like, man, to be real, it's like, shoot, I mean, you got to think. I tell kids, like, think about what y'all are doing, because a lot of times, man, it was like 400 kids on the basketball side that didn't have a seat to sit in when the music stopped.
Yeah.
You think about that. Y'all entering a portal. and y'all think y'all gonna get something, and you look up August, September, you ain't got nowhere to go. You know what I'm saying?
TK, are today's players using the portal to avoid hard work?
Yep, that too. Hard work, you know what I'm saying? But and then goes back to, you know, the social media is part of things. You know, they want to, you know, everybody got a brand to keep up or whatever the case. So it's like every little thing, man. You don't know why a kid may enter the portal. I mean, honestly, some kids may enter the portal just to see what kind of, like I said, kind of attention they get, or you know, or something like that, or you know, sometimes I don't understand it. You know, I don't get it because it's like I said, old fashioned to where, as y'all know, as we know, as coaching or being players. It's somebody's job. I got to do my job. I got to keep recruiting, and your job is to keep your job.
Exactly.
You know, as a player, you know what? Hey, you keep doing your job. We good.
Yeah,
right.
You know, I got to do mine.
That's crazy. Yeah. So I want to rewind. I know you brought his name up earlier. You know, Lamar Norman. So I was fortunate to coach him in football. You know, a lot of people, you know, he was a basketball guy. Like he was like, man, try to get this kid to play football. So I got him to play his junior year. You know, he had 5 games, he had 6 touchdowns, and he made like all area second team honorable mention. So they ain't let him play his senior year, man. I was mad because he would have been all state. So what you think about, you know, Lamar? I see he leaving out early. What you think his chances, if you could predict, you know, his NBA career and stuff like that, what you think his chances playing at the next level?
Well, I mean, L can, if he buy in, if they'll keep buying in, man, Lamar, the sky's the limit for him because athletically he's blessed with something. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, you think about that. He playing football, and you know, CB, he probably ain't put the time in on it. And he got 6 touchdowns in 5 games.
He was, he was going to AAU. He was traveling all across the country. He came to our tour days. I remember it was so crazy, bro. Like, so his junior year, you know, and I didn't know how this stuff go for basketball, but every Monday he used to have to leave practice early because D1 schools was coming in. They want to see him work out. And he was like, he was scared to ask him. I'm like, bro, you doing me a favor. Go hoop. I know hoop is going to be your career. You helping me out. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Oakland was coming. I mean, he used to, every Monday, he had a D1 school in there. So yeah, the kid was definitely talented. You know, he ain't put nothing in football. It was just, I taught him a few things. Yeah. I mean, that's what it was.
And as far as where he go, he coming back to school, which I think is a great thing. Because my thing was this, you know, finish school. Let's graduate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? First, let's graduate. Yeah. And then whatever you do as far as the pro thing goes, you can do that, and you got a cushion behind you with your degree. Let's graduate first. Yeah. So that's the main thing. What he came back, he's gonna get his degree and all of that. And it's up, you know, it's up to him what he wants to do. I mean, honestly, because he know that's my guy. You know, I've been following him since junior high. So I mean, the dude can play. Yeah. Him and Hastings as well, they can play. It's just like I said, it's up to them. But just finish school on this one, man. You did all of this. Finish it out.
Yeah, I like that. I like that advice.
Yeah. TK, any thoughts you got on the name, image, and likeness, and that impact that had on today's players and athletes from the basketball standpoint?
Yeah, man, that's a good boy. I mean, we are still trying to figure that thing out. As far as now, let's be honest. Like, shoot, I'm pretty sure any one of you guys, if they talking about paying somebody, so you give me $5,000 in college, I'm gonna walk through that wall y'all sitting behind right there. That's right there. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, adding the extra $5,000 with my degree, I'm cool. But so I get it, man. And whether we like it or don't like it, see, man, it go like you said, coaching and everything. You got to roll with it. This is what it's gonna be. So, and that's what having me and talking to Coach Izzo, he's understanding that, you know, and he put light with it with me as far can't avoid it. I mean, so it's like you gotta do it because, like you said, if you don't, transfer portal, you got to. And to come back to that, because and I'm pretty sure you got to do it. Like you still got to, what you can't get lost in, and what we do is so much in the working and recruiting and all that. you still got to recruit the players you got.
Yeah.
Because you don't want them to leave neither. So you on top of recruiting, going out to recruit, you got to still re-recruit the players you have to let them know you ain't forgot about them. So that just makes it even tougher.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Nice.
That's a great point.
It sounds like this transfer program, man, is the way to keep up with everything. Because if not, everybody looking in another directions.
Yeah. I mean, because with social media, y'all think now. I mean, man, hey, we can all get to each other some form of fashion through Instagram, Facebook. I mean, so you got to think, these kids can get. I mean, anybody can reach out to them. Agents, runners, everybody. Because even going through the little process with Lamar a little bit. I mean, I've talked to some agents about Lamar. What he can do and all of that. So, there's no hiding it. I could tell him, man, don't talk to that dude no more. But I mean, the dude, he doing his job. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, this is a crazy world, man. Crazy business, to be honest, man. It really is.
TK, you did a great job at not only extending your career, going overseas, dominating for years upon years, man. And talk about the correlation between what you did and then having the G League and the options players now have versus what you came into.
Right. It's funny you say that because I was joking with my mom about that one time. Like, man, Mom, I wish I had, I wish I would have, you want to come back and give another push, especially when I got healthy and, going, because I had a lot of injuries in college. I battled through, had to play through it. But once I got to playing pro ball, at the time, the first half of my career is like going to Europe. It's funny, man, how people are, fellas, because doing that, I think, CB, you did NFL Europe, didn't you?
Yeah, for a little bit? I was there.
Yeah. So it's like even doing that. So out of sight, out of mind, right? Hey, a lot of people don't even understand that. So like playing in Europe, people don't even think. Now going to Europe is probably, that's a cool thing.
It's a cool thing,
It's a cool thing now, right? So I got to see, I weathered the storm on a boat playing 15 years in Europe. So like the first half, then the second, I got to really go through that. But it's like now, and that's why I tell young guys now, people understand hard work is a skill set, as we know. Hard work I always say that. So hard work is a skill set. Man, just work hard. Y'all work hard. The opportunities you guys get is incredible.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Whereas, like we thinking, and I'm not saying it's bad, but we didn't, the outlets we didn't have. So we had to do, of course it felt like we had to do above and beyond to get noticed. Yeah. To get, because when I was coming up, AAU was, when you play AAU back in the day, you play AAU.
It was serious, man.
Yeah, it was a couple teams. We only had 3 teams. When I was coming up, we only had 3 teams that can go to the nationals out of each state. Now everybody got an AAU team. Everybody got a chance. So if you just go hard, I think I'm telling you, just go hard. I mean, opportunities will be there. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
TK, so I wanted to say, rewind back. You was talking about Western Michigan. Now you making the jump to MSU. So things has changed. So other than recruiting, what are some things that you have to adjust to?
I mean, adjust to. I tell you what, y'all finna crack up at this one. You know what I adjusted to today, CB? These dudes, these mugs here. I got it on my interview. So I come in and talk to Coach. So I'm like, yeah, what's going on, Coach? Coach is like, yeah. He had to do a meeting real quick for the NABC, something he had going on. He was like, yeah, go with Coach Garland and go upstairs and get some breakfast. I'm like, go upstairs where and get some, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Go upstairs and get what? So these months got a chef upstairs, man.
What?
Chef for breakfast and dinner around the clock.
Wow.
I'm up here this morning. I'm getting my omelet with the spinach in it. You know what I mean? And, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that let me know, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So be like, yeah, this is what it is.
Hey, TK, they ain't had that when we was there.
TK, we gotta go to Dang Case Hall across the street.
TK, I went to Case, but then me and my wife went to Brody. Brody, state of the art. I'm talking about the food court. Man, I'm looking like, man, this wasn't land like this when we was here.
No. I mean, literally, man, they got, the little purse that they have knows the things you're talking about, the perks. Yeah. Like the all access to, like I said, I mean, literally, fellas, I'm upstairs just now. I'm eating breakfast this morning. They got a cook upstairs in recruiting lounge. Just like they got a barber shop in here. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it's like those are the things you just like getting back and getting used to. It's like, man, this is a different animal. I gotta understand where I'm at and what I'm finna got to recruit against. To be honest,
that's a great point.
Yeah. So man.
So what's your day-to-day schedule look like? So you wake up now, like you adjusted to a schedule, right? So what does your schedule look like? And so if you could walk us through your schedule, like being an assistant coach.
Yeah. Well, because Coach Izzo is he an early morning guy. So you at least want to try to get here before him or around his time. Because, I don't even want to deal with it. But it's like, early morning because now it's a little slower, and we're gonna pick up start next week. We start workouts next week. Okay. So right now, it really was a kind of the right time to get the job because we had kind of a dead period. You know what I mean? Y'all know what that is.
Yeah.
So now I can see now it's early morning to where early morning workouts probably start around 7 with individual workouts 7 or 8. The guys will lift. You want to be in there sitting on that, and then after that. It's gonna probably be like for right now because it's being slower. Well, for me, I got to do a little stuff. I still got to go through a little stuff with the hiring process and all of that. So I'm still dealing with that. But it's like not necessarily hiring process, but like orientation, all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So, but then it's like that. You in your office, and then that little block you get, it's time to get on the phone, trying to make calls. Got to stay on top of things. Then we have a meeting. And so that meeting can go from, whatever it is, like even now, just like texting with you now, CB, we was in a meeting. So I couldn't really, I got to wait that out. Yeah. And depending on what, how long we go, depending on what we got to talk about and all of that. So it's kind of slower now, but when I can't wait to when the fall get here. Ask me that again when the fall get here. And that's when it's gonna pick up. Yeah. It's gonna pick up a little bit now because even then, like touching with the players, I got as far as I got my own academic group, so making sure they're academics and touching in with the guys and making sure they're good, all of that. So it's time consuming, but you got to try to manage your time right. You know what I'm saying? And at least try to have some type of a life right now because, like I said, when the fall hit, you guys, you guys know when the fall comes. Yeah. It's on.
It's on.
Go ahead, E.
Question. How early does your recruiting trail start? Like, do you start hitting the recruiting now, or is that a little bit more in the fall?
We finna start getting out. We get like a dead period, quiet period. Like we're in a quiet period now where we can't do as much. But starting next week, I think. Starting next weekend, we get back out on the road with the school stuff and all of that. So it's about to pick back up. And then July is, as you guys know, that's the big AAU month. So when July comes, we really gonna be at it. So it's about to pick up now. It's about to get going.
Okay.
Yeah, TK, to wrap us up, man, for those, we want to tell you we love you, man. We appreciate you.
Definitely,
we support what you're doing.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? But for those young guys that may want to follow in your footsteps through coaching, what will be one piece of advice you can tell them about your journey to rise to the top?
Man, appreciate that. Much love to you, much love to y'all too on the real. But I'll say this: don't get into it if you're not trying to live it. Yeah. And then I say, as you know, I get loving it and liking it. If you're not trying to live it, don't get into it because and this type of thing, as you guys know, because in some form or fashion, all three of you guys, whether your own kids or somebody else's kids, y'all got somebody's livelihood in your hands. Yeah. So first of all, we plan with that. So it's like. You got people, you got parents trusting you or guardians, people trusting you. See, me, I value that. Yeah. So for me, my thing is you got to live it. And when I'm saying live it, you got to be willing to sacrifice. Yeah. You got to have to make a lot of, and when you're talking about sacrificing, hey man, no doubt. And I'm glad, you guys just really gave me a peace of mind. It would be cool. I'm glad to do this with you guys because you miss the birthdays. You may miss a Thanksgiving. You may miss a you gotta really live it. And so if you're really trying to do this, you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out, because people really trying to count on you. And like you said, people count on you, depending on you, want some results, because it's a result-driven business. So you got to sacrifice that. So live it, sacrifice. You know what I mean? And you'll be all right. And I always say keep your head low and grind. I tell people keep your head low and grind, because it ain't the how can I say it, fellas? It ain't about all the perks and all that is cool, but it's time consuming, man. Yeah. Coaching is time consuming. Yes, so if you're not willing to sacrifice or live it, man, leave it alone, man. Yeah. Leave it alone. Yeah. Don't even get into this thing if you're not really about that, because it's bigger than us. It's bigger than you or me, anybody else.
TK, that's a powerful word, man. He said, for those that's listening, tuning in, he said you can't just love it. You got to live it if you want to coach and do what he do at his level, man. That's a powerful word. TK, man, we want to thank you for giving us a little bit of your time on a Friday night, letting us hang out with you for a minute, bro. We just wanted to love on you, man, and show you some love, though. That was the main thing we wanted to get you on here for today. And we appreciate you, man. And we want to say congrats once again on all your past success, continued success, and future success. And good luck this upcoming season, man. Go green.
Go white. Hey, much respect to y'all. Keep doing what you guys do, man. And all of that, man. Once again, CB, I never lost a question. I just got to let you know that. I know you got us back.
He's going there.
Hey, see, Chris saying I'm 500 against the whole.
Yeah.
500. You know what I mean? Hey, man, much respect to y'all on the real, because, hey, honestly, man, I genuinely do follow y'all. I ain't got to comment on everything and all that. I ain't getting all of that. Yeah. I follow you guys. Keep representing us, especially West Michigan too, man.
Got to. We got to get Izzo, man. You got to put Izzo, Mel Tuck, Cleese. You got to give us a layup, baby.
Right. Hey, the funny thing about it, it's about catching them, because they all do it too. Okay. Honestly speaking, they all do it too, because they love this stuff, man. They do. They love it, man. I mean, it's funny. I probably would have caught y'all a little earlier, but Tim probably would have jumped on here. For being honest.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, man, TK, enjoy your weekend. Be safe, be blessed, man, and you take care.
Yeah, much love, man. Y'all too.
And that wraps up another episode, man. We hope you guys enjoyed our big bro, Thomas Kelley, coach at Michigan State. And so, with that being said, make sure you tune in, like, subscribe. Let us know any questions you may have, any guests you want to see us interview in the future. And until then, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.